Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So before diving into the portfolios, let's review the market. So what are the sectors that got gains and that got losses in the last week? If you see the pharmaceutical sector, so there is no much gains in pharmaceutical sector, only Vertex, which is 1.4% gains. And if you see communication sector, so there is not much gains other than WD. So, and if you see apparels, Lululemon got almost 10% gains over the last week. And when you see candy and soda, Coke got 2%, PepsiCo got 1%, and Monster got 2%. So the drink sector, which is really stable, and entertainment sector, Netflix almost lost 5 to 6%, and it got gained back 2%. And when it's come to automobile sector, so Tesla gained 2% to 2 to 3% of gains, and nothing much. And also healthcare sector and UNH got some gains over the last week. So this is how the last week the power market was performed, and nothing crazy, nothing bad. Everything looks good, red, and the VIX got 5% gains. So that means there is so much fear in the market. So hopefully that fear is not going to last for uh, next year January. So let's see how this next 2 weeks is going to perform. So other than that, nothing crazy about the market. And let's check the portfolios. So the overall last week, so we started with 45,800, and we ended up with 44,800. So we lost literally somewhere around $900, and which is 2% of our portfolio. And because I lost 2% because a lot of tech stocks got affected, and due to that, there is not much momentum in my portfolio. So nothing to worry. So the overall returns are like 28%, 29.7%. So there's a dip and there's a regain, and again it's going to dip. So hopefully it will get back to where it was started on October, so which is like 40% return that we got. So yeah, this is like how the crash is. So when I was here, it was on the top, the 7% gain, and it went down to almost 11%, negative 11%. Same thing with here, right? So we are at like 40%, and we lost down to 23%. So we literally lost 18% of the portfolio, and again we regained back 10%, 9% of the portfolio, and again we dipped to 2%. We lost to 2%. So it will be up and down, nothing to worry. So if you're looking for a long term perspective, so you don't need to worry about the market. So what are the stocks I hold in my portfolio are very stable stocks, and very fundamentally very strong stocks. So Celsius is very strong right now, and Uber is strong right now, Lululemon is strong right now, UNH is strong right now, and same thing with Elva is strong right now. And Elf have some they didn't have good fundamentals yet. So but because of the tariffs, the stock is down, so nothing to worry on that. And same thing with Meta is spending too much money, so that's the reason it was down. Google was up almost like 100% on my portfolio. Out of the money invested in Google, it was up almost 100%. Nothing to worry on that. Walmart, I got almost 50% returns, so nothing to worry on the Walmart. And Nike is very stable stock. This is what I have was where I started. Right now, I got like a 2% return on Nike, but I was expecting this stock to turn to $90 by end of 2026. So which is like 40% gain. So Nike is like stable and dividend stock. So Nike and real estate, these are the two stocks I hold for dividend purpose, and very stable. So I'm not going to lose much of money. I'm not going to gain much of money, but it will year on year it will grow easily somewhere around 12 to 30%. So when you compound that, so it is better. So I don't want to lose portfolio 90 to 40 and gain 100%. So instead of that, I want to go negative not more than 15% and gain more than 20%. So that is what I'm expecting to this. That's the reason I hold the stocks in my portfolio. And when you observe the retirement portfolio, so all the stocks are that are in red except Kava and Oriality. Oriality is a real estate stock, and Kava is which is like a food sector. So Kava is also gaining some momentum when it's come to retirement portfolio. Rest of them are losing right now because of MicroStrategy. Because MicroStrategy is losing because they are adding a lot of Bitcoin to their portfolio. So they already have more than $60 billion worth of Bitcoin, and the company is trading around like not even $60 billion. So if Bitcoin turns to 120k again or 180k again by end of 2026, this stock is going to skyrocket to $500 within no time. So I hold it to 8%. I'm going to add more. So this week my watch list is MicroStrategy and my watch list is TTD, and I'm gonna watch Kava and because since it was in a upturn from almost 15% from last 2 weeks, last 1 week, so I have cow in my watch list. I had already $15,000 worth of into my portfolio. I'm gonna buy 1,500 to $2,000 worth or more. Same thing with TTD. I'm gonna buy weekly gradually. Same thing with MicroStrategy. And then after so then after I was holding Uber. So Uber I'm gonna add more. And hopefully Uber will get more returns. But since it was down because of robo taxis and everything, so nothing to worry on that. Yeah, this is how the weekly performance on the retirement portfolio was public portfolio. And if you see, Walmart got gains, so far financial stock which is so far got gains, and apparel market Lululemon got some gains, and health sector UNS got some gains. Rest of them, the AMD is a tech sector, and Google is a tech stock, and CRM is a tech stock, and Amazon is a tech e-commerce platform, and Fubo is of streaming platforms. EL and ELF both are like apparel side, but they lost momentum because of tariffs and everything. But EL I got profit almost like 40%, so nothing to worry on that one. Space is like my speculative stock, so I bought space for like $3.20, and it was trading 324. I got 40% return, and I lost those 40% return, so nothing to worry on space. So I'm seeing this stock as for long term. Right now they don't have any fundamentals at all for this stock, but hopefully something in future. So that's all I have a public. And if you see the Indian market, so Indian market is also performing good on this week. Not good, but if you see, it was started around last 5 days. It started around 5,000, and it ended up with 4,800. It was stable, and it lost to almost 4,800, and it came back where it was started. So nothing to worry on that. So overall, we got $23 gains. So if you see all the stocks, it was in green except Amar Raja batteries. So Amar Raja batteries is not performing well because of the tariffs and everything, and there is uncertainty in Indian market. So that is the reason. But nothing to worry. They have very great fundamentals, and the future look bright for Amar Raja batteries because they're tying up with a lot of companies. Uh, so they want to tie up with, they're gonna add their portfolio to EV vehicles. So hopefully that will resolve that will add some numbers to their balance sheet. Yeah, other than that, nothing crazy on Indian markets too. So if you observe the overall market, it was totally red overall this. So so I believe we are not in bubble yet. So if we are in a bubble, the VIX will show at least 15%. But right now VIX is not showing 15% over that. So VIX is only got 5% gains on the over the weekend over the last week. So if you see, so if you observe last 6 month chart, when we are at like February, October, February, so here we went to almost like 40 to 40, we went almost like more than 35. Now we're still trading around 14 to support was currently at 16, and resistance was around 23. So nothing to worry on that. So yeah, if we are in a bubble, the VIX will skyrocket to 50, 45 to 50. So we're still sitting around 16, 15 to the 23. So nothing to worry. So we are not in bubble yet. So Fed recently reduced 25 B points. So we're expecting, market was expecting 35, but it was only 25. So now that's why market didn't perform very well. But Fed also gave some news that the current chairman is also thinking to cut 2 more rates in 2026. So that is a good news for real estate stocks and also some tech sector stocks, because they want to borrow more money to build some data centers, to build grid lines to match up with the power for the data centers. So that is the great news. So, but not crazy news. If Trump, if we're gonna get a new Fed chairperson, so that person, if was thinking to cut 3 to 4 rate cuts in next 2026, if we do 4 rate cuts in 2026, that is going to stabilize the inflation, and then the market will perform more, the markets will borrow more money to build some projects. So that creates a lot of jobs. Right now the job market, the job numbers are out there. So right now 4 to 4.5% is the unemployment rate right now. And but then there is a new number that people are missing to see, which is that the graduate students who are unemployed more than it's growing up to 10%. So the graduate people who are just graduated, they are not finding jobs very easily. They're feeling so much difficult compared to existing people. So but the overall unemployed rate was 4 to 5%, but undergraduates are up to 10%, so which is not really good. So we are losing a lot of jobs, but we are not creating a lot of jobs, because all the money we are spending to train AI instead of building new tools, new technology. So when you want to build new tools, new technology instead of improving the existing ones, so that means it's not, we are not creating jobs. We just we just hiring, we're just spending more money to train the AI, but we're not hiring more people to teach them how to use AI. So I'm using AI, everybody's using AI, but so right now when I started making this video in 2 years back, I have no idea. I need two people minimum to when I make this video. I need one guy to edit this video. I need one guy to write the script, right? But right now I was doing all by myself by using AI. So that means there is two people just lost their job. It could be freelancing job, it could be full-time job, right? It is only me, I'm an average guy. But imagine if there's a company, if they're doing the same thing, that means there are four people who lost their job. So but what happened to those four people? When they're trying to find a new job, it's very hard for them, right? So if they don't have a job, they couldn't able to spend money. If they couldn't spend money, they couldn't buy any products. If they couldn't buy any products, that means company couldn't produce more. If company couldn't produce more, that means they, they, if company is not producing more, the economy is not going to do great. If economy is not going to do great, so it's like a butterfly effect, right? One thing affecting one thing. So so we are saying about productivity, but in reality we are not creating more jobs. So I know people are saying that, when we invented the machine, so we lost jobs, right? But we created a lot of mechanical jobs. But see, it was worked in previous era, but current era it's not working like that. So tell me, where you saw there are the 10 new jobs that got created, right? So let's say there is a new job title, AI engineer, AI analyst, there are research AI analyst, there are jobs, but how many people you are hiring? Only one person. But when you need a mechanical, in order to repair an engine, you need at least three people when they started. But right now you need one person. So from three numbers to one number, you literally make two people lose their job. Same thing with this, right? You created new title, AI research analyst, but how many people you're hiring? Only one or two for your organization, or maybe three, right? When you talk about like $5 billion worth of company, they are only hiring one or two people as a research analyst instead of 5 to 6 people. That means there are four people out there looking for a job, so which is not great. So that's why, so we need to create more jobs, so then only the economy will get stable. Then the company's balance sheets make sense. Right now the company balance sheets make doesn't make sense with the stock price. So I feel a lot of stocks are overvalued right now. So the Tesla is overvalued right now. It says $1.5 trillion worth of stock. I don't think so. The company sales are not even more than $50 billion, but the stock value is like $1.5 trillion. And yeah, which doesn't make sense for me. And if you see Walmart is like 800 900 billion dollars worth of company, and the revenue was like most more than $60 billion, which makes sense, right? 50 to $60 billion somewhere. So that makes sense. So the stock price with the money it's making, it makes sense. But Tesla doesn't make sense. Same with Palantir. So these are like too much, overvalued stocks. So people buying the stocks because there is momentum and there is internet memes. So that's running to retail investors are buying the stocks based on internet momentum, not based on real fundamentals. So please be careful what are the stocks you are buying, what are the stocks you are investing. So read the fundamentals, you know just read the fundamentals and try to understand the stocks. So without understanding the stocks, if you invest your money, you're just gambling it, you're not investing it. So try to understand between gamble and investing. So they both are totally different. So that's all I have for this week, guys. So I'm thinking next week is also going to be a mixed week. Like it's not gonna go up, it's not gonna go down, it's gonna be stable. And too much volatility. So don't worry about this volatility. If you have great stocks in your portfolio, just hold them, forget about them. Don't watch your portfolio every day, every 1 hour. So that give you some fear. That the fear brings you to sell some stocks. So don't watch your stocks. Just delete the app from your phone and forget about it. If you feel you have good stocks, if you want to buy some stocks, keep those watch list into your Google and watch them from your Google instead of watching from your portfolio. So nothing to worry on that. Know the price when you want to buy the stock. If for example there's Nike stock which is trading around like $67, I want to buy the stock around $60. If the stock is down to 60 to 62, I'm gonna buy it. That's it. Keep an alert for that. So when the stock is come down to 60 to 62, you're gonna get a notification. Then go ahead and buy it. You don't need to cross check the stock every 1 hour. So that doesn't make sense. So it leads a lot of fear. So yeah, hopefully next week is going to be a great week. And I have TTD in my watch list, I have Kava in my watch list, I have a MicroStrategy in my watch list, and I also have a CRM in my watch list, and I'm gonna buy UNS too. So I have these 5 stocks in my portfolio under my watch list. So if the stock is gonna get down, I'm gonna buy more. But yeah, that's all I have for this week. If you want me to review any particular stock, please feel free to add the stock in the comments. I'm gonna review them. Thank you.